Peak Marketers, this is Bill Guthrie, and today I'm talking to someone on the other side of the pond. I'm really excited to welcome our featured guest, Alex Jeffries. Alex is the founder of Marketing With You, which teaches entrepreneurs how to rapidly scale to generate thousands of sales per month, or even start a business with little to no expense in as little as 30 days. Alex, my friend, are you ready?
I'm ready, my man. Very excited to be here. Long time I haven't spoken to Bill before, so this call is going to be an exciting one for myself. Looking forward to dropping the knowledge too, brother.
Awesome. Well, hey, let's get started and help us to understand who you are, Alex Jeffries, and then tell us about your business.
The short version, I mean, there's a lot of stuff online, who I am, what I'm about, where I've been. If you were to ask me who I am, family man, entrepreneur, serial entrepreneur, what I do is I try and duct tape as much of my business together as possible, and the reason I do it is to inspire other people. I learned this a long time ago when I've wrote several books, Bill, and I'm dyslexic, I can't spell. If you look at my books, they're horrifically, there's no grammar to them, and people say, should I proofread them? I'm like, no, because I know that it can inspire somebody else to take action and do it. And get the results. So, who am I? I'm a serial entrepreneur who will do things. I don't need to wait till it's ready. I just get out the door and fix it along the way. And I think that's a great way just to take action. So, I'm an action taker, entrepreneur, and that's me.
Well, that's awesome, man. So, you have a huge amount of success now. I know we're going to be talking about your business. When you were getting started, what was your biggest stumbling block to success, and how did you figure out a way to overcome that?
So my business is, I run a big coaching business. I coach people around the world. So, the reason I started that was because when I first started out, I had nobody to advise me, apart from my loving girlfriend at the time. She's now my wife. She was there to support me. She would rally me on and make sure I could do things. But she wasn't an advisor because she wasn't ahead of me. She was just there to support me, just to give me the push up the back. What I realized was, I kept failing because, every time I learned something new, there was more doors. Every piece of education opens up new doors. So what I realized was, I need somebody who has the bigger picture and can break it all down for me and show me step by step and actually hold my hand and guide me through it. And that's what I did. I actually got myself a mentor. So after years of failure, I actually become successful in a very, very short relative space of time. So I would say after 5 years of failure, 3, 4, 5 years of failure, I become successful within 30 to 60 days because I got true advice from somebody. So that's the answer there.
It's interesting when you experience failure and you can do it repeatedly, and especially when you're looking at marketing, and you as an entrepreneur, when you're creating, when you're trying to create a business out of scratch. You can go for years just walking through the desert, man, and you see success all over the place, and you see the footprints of success everywhere. But when you connect with a mentor and someone who says, "Just walk in these footsteps," I know this path. Yep. It's really can be transformative. Suddenly things start, clicking, and what was difficult is now simple and, logical. And I think there's those senses of going, oh, it all makes sense now. And I mean, yep. I'm sure, was that your experience with your mentor?
Of course. I guess it comes down to confidence. I did a call last week, and I did a call with a group of people, and I explained why one person I recently met, I helped this person make a lot of progress, and then what happened is the person was scared. We helped the person do everything, and then the person was scared to actually take action. They were scared to jump off the bridge, and that's where I come along and push them and just go for it, and that's what you call throw in the chicken out of the and basically the bird leaving the nest and flapping its wings, get out there and do it, right? But these people, if you don't have that push, that either it's you're scared of success or scared of failure, one or the other, and then there's a lot of other factors there, but confidence, not knowing if it's the right thing to do, being scared of people ridiculing you, thinking that it's more to do than really there is to do. A great lesson I learned was there's a million ways to make $1 million, but to make $1 million, there's only a few things you should do. And if you really look at my business, there's only a few things that I do. But I am the master of delegation. I am definitely the person who just doesn't want to do anything unless I really have to do it. But I'm willing to do the work, though, to get anything done as well. I want to be clear. I'm not a lazy person. I'm willing to do it, but I'm willing to get it off my plate, too. So, yeah.
That's awesome, man. You're talking about the fear of failure and the fear of success. Is there a place where you can point and discuss your single greatest business success?
Yeah, I would definitely say, if my greatest success, I walked past the hotel 2 days ago, on Monday of this week. I walked past the hotel and I pointed to my friend, and it's the Hilton Hotel in Cardiff. And I pointed to my friend and I said, in that restaurant by there, I learned my second business lesson ever in my life. So my first business lesson was know your numbers. You have to know your numbers in business. Very first lesson I knew. And the second lesson I learned was if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So from ever since then, I've really and these are by two very successful people. I was blessed to meet very, very wealthy, successful people as I was starting business. I was introduced to them. So what I learned was, what I live by is a simple philosophy of, every single day, plan tomorrow today. So it's plan tomorrow today, every day. Okay, so plan tomorrow today, every day. So at the end of today, I will plan tomorrow. And I'll make sure it's planned before I go to bed. I'm not going to wake up tomorrow morning and think, what have I got to do? I have the day planned out. It's ready for me. So that's something that I have to do every day as a ritual. And planning, I do this every year. So just in short, and I'll give the short version. Every year I do a reflect and project. So I reflect on the past year, what worked, what didn't, what can I learn from what didn't. We always learn from our failures more than our successes. Then I plan the year ahead. And then I take that year and I look at the first 90 days. Then I break that 90 days down. I look at the first month. I put the 90 days away for future reference. I come to the first month. I break that down into 4 weeks. I look at the first week. And then basically I plan tomorrow, today, every day. And then at the end of the week, I have a reflect and project meeting. I reflect on the week and I project the next week. And I do that until the end of the month. And at the end of the month, I reflect the month, project the next month from the 90 days. Right. In short, that's what I do.
Well, and you just said that you didn't do a lot of work, man. That sounds like, that's a tremendous amount of work. But I mean, I think in some ways, Alex, it goes to really my very favorite quote of all time that's attributed to Abraham Lincoln. And it says, if I had 8 hours to chop down a tree, I'd spend 6 hours sharpening my axe. And it is that sense of preparation makes all the difference.
Well, I made a post, if you go back on my Facebook, on Monday as well. I said, there's a quote that I learned as well from Mentor. When preparation meets opportunity equals success.
Sure.
So on Monday, I sat down and I really planned, and we spent like 17 hours. Now, I mean, we went to restaurants. We went to 2 restaurants. We had a really nice day. We went for a walk around the lake as well. I mean, we had a great day. But the fact is, in that 17-hour period, me and my friends sat down and we planned out like a period of time. And we said, this 17 hours, well, I have a mentor, Dan Sullivan. He says, for every hour you plan saves you 10 hours of procrastination. So, I'm guessing that those hours we put in for planning are going to save us umpteen amounts of time, So, yeah.
That's awesome, man. Well, marketing is about presenting the right offer to the right people at the right time. So now is the time for you to share some secrets with the Peak Marketer family about kind of what's helping to work your business along. So let's get started. What is your favorite traffic source?
So my favorite traffic source is affiliates. I have a lot of affiliates. I have a great affiliate network, a great affiliate family. If I were to ever start a business again, I would focus on affiliates. It always has been. Now, I've branched into buying traffic. We buy, I spend, tens of thousands of dollars a month on Facebook advertising as well. But, if you ask me my favorite, Facebook, buying traffic can be scalable beyond, anything that me and Bill can actually comprehend at the moment. But, affiliates, I know exactly where I am. We know, if we had this many affiliates, we know they can bring this much heat because we've done it for long enough. So going back to it, I love affiliate traffic because it's free traffic until they make a sale and then they get commissioned. So that's great for starters. You know, for a starter person, you haven't got to spend a lot of money. You don't need thousands to test in advertising. Yeah, in short, you know, and really, like Bill said, if you can create a great product, you know, if you can find a nice hungry marketplace, you create a product to feed that marketplace, you create the marketing material to actually explain what that product does to that hungry marketplace, you'll have affiliates wanting to sell this to their list or their following or their groups, because it's everything's aligned. So that's something I'm really passionate about, you know, teaching.
Yeah, you know, and Alex, there's value in affiliate relationships because it's a referral. And we know that in brick and mortar business, we know that referrals matter. If I need something and I ask, hey, who's a good plumber? I promise you that if someone says, I've got a great plumber, I'm going to use that person. And, you know, good affiliates, it's a referral relationship. You know, they're aware of what you have. They see the value in what you have. They've consumed the material. They've used the software. You know, they're engaged in that matter. Yeah, they're getting compensated for it. I mean, and so there's always that side of it. But you know, that's why we can see incredible conversions when affiliates send traffic. We can see easy 20, 25, 30, 35, 40% conversions. When affiliates send traffic because they're vouching for the quality of the offer. And so, yeah, I never underestimate that. And that's a great answer. Let me ask you, what is a really effective sales funnel tactic that you use?
So what we do is I basically give 100% commission on the initial offer. Okay, so Dan Kennedy taught me the point of the sale is not the sale. The point of the sale is to acquire a customer. Because then once you have a customer, you can make repeat sales to that customer at the point of sale and post-sale, okay? So, you know, we can give 100% commissions on the initial sale because we then know that we're basically breaking even to acquire a customer, which is amazing. Mm-hmm. You know, and if you then, you know, you can make money in the point of sale and you can in the upsell, and you could be making money anyway. We actually, though, we give away 100% in our entire sales funnel at the point of sale because we know this attracts more affiliates, it makes them more money, they're more inclined to promote us. You know, in the marketplace I'm in, it's a very busy, competitive marketplace. So if you haven't got a sexy offer, or you haven't got a offer that really talks to the affiliate about getting paid, which, you know, affiliates want to get paid well, then they may promote somebody else and you may lose a lot of money. Just the past couple of days, I've just run a promotion. We've given a 350% commissions on the front end. So we've just acquired like 1,700, 2,000 customers in the last 3-4 days, and we paid out, you know, tens of thousands of dollars out of my pocket cash, but I know that money will recruit and come back in a short period of time. So I'm you know, that's something that I do. Now, I don't recommend going out and paying $350 straight away. I 100% say go out and give 100% commissions because you're getting customers for free. Now, once you acquire a customer and you know the customer's in the golf niche, well, you could sell them anything else related to golf. If they're in the dog niche, you know, specifically, you know, like if you, you know, like, you know, not just dogs, but let's just say it's, you know, a specific dog or a specific area of a dog, you know, or training a dog, you could train it more. You know, the same with us. So we understand two metrics in a business, and these are key metrics: customer acquisition, customer value. How much does it cost to acquire a customer? How much value is that customer to you? Then there's something called a latency period where, you know, they can actually spend money with you. You know how much they're worth in that period of time. So just knowing those things, you know, customer acquisition, customer value, and the latency, I mean, you could scale a business into the multiple millions very quickly. You know, we joke. You know, if I had to, you know, if I went out of business and everything, and I had to start on myself again, I'd be making multiple millions the first year just knowing those three things. Especially if I'm acquiring customers for free, right?
All right, that's awesome, man. I know you're a prolific product creator. You know, you've got ideas that you want to get out there to the public. What are some good for everyone not seeing the video? Alex is showing up a 4-inch thick binder of ideas, I guess. How do you go about it? I mean, that's awesome, man. How do you go about getting ideas for products, and this could be even, for your own products, or even when you're helping your students to brainstorm, how to think up a new product?
So, first of all, for me, I'll talk about me then somebody with no leverage. First of all, I have a built-in audience. So, well, there's two things. First of all, I know how to tune into an audience. And secondly, I have a built-in audience. So, being able to listen to what people are saying, just like bypassing conversations, I can understand trends. Secondly, I have a built-in audience. I can send a survey to my list. I can post something in a Facebook group and get hundreds of responses and then actually assess it. So very simply, I can start gauging what people want with that built-in audience. How I tell people to do it otherwise is really to go out there and look for trends. So you pick, there's something we definitely won't have enough time to talk about now because it'll take about 30 minutes. But I call it the process of elimination. So you have to go into the people say follow your passion, but I don't believe that. I believe it's follow the profits. And then if you're passionate about it, great. If you're not, can you become passionate about it? Great. If not, move to the next. So there's a process of elimination. You can build all of these, get a list of different niches and ideas and marketplaces, and then you want to start eliminating based on that. Is it profitable? And, how is it profitable? Well, is it, in short, is it an active marketplace? Is there people buying in there? Are there forums in there? Are people selling to it? Going to Google, type in, weightlifting for pregnant women. I mean, as a niche, is there products, weightlifting for pregnant women ebook, weightlifting for pregnant women, training guide, yada yada. You'll see if people are selling to it. Are there forums talking about what questions are they asking? That so you basically build up, whether you're doing a mind map or a piece of paper. That's pretty much it. You really assess. Then you start to chop it down and eliminate. And you'll come down with a very short list of ideas, and then we can say, right, which one of these is most profitable, really assess it, which one we're most passionate about, let's dig into it. And even if we're wrong, now let me be clear, I don't mean wrong by profitable or passionate. I mean, even if this is the wrong niche, I tell people, let's just go forward with it. Let's learn, because there's several steps you have to do. We have to create a product now. We have to create the sales material. We have to set up the website. We have to start getting affiliates or generate traffic some method way. Even if we get to the end and say, this is not really for me, I would rather be in this niche, great. Because at least we've learned everything by taking action, and we can do it so much faster the second time around. First time I created a product, it took me 7 months. Now I can build a product and launch it the same day.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
So the fact is that's how I help people discover a niche, or that's how I do it. And again, very brief, short, but if you want me to answer any more, fire at me, brother.
That's great, man. In your experience, starting from, not knowing anything and as much as you know today, what is something that you think that every marketer must know how to do well?
Write sales copy.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we have to realize I cannot spell. I'm dyslexic. I have a serious disadvantage against a lot of people. My vocabulary is very small. It's not that I have this, this wealth of knowledge, but what I've learned is a craft. And it was hard work to learn it, I mean, it took me time. I had to write sales letter after sales letter after sales letter, read sales letter after sales letter after sales letter, study all the greats, read all the greats letters. I had to really consume myself in it, because I realized this one thing, that I can write a letter now with a pen and paper, or a pen and paper, or on a computer. I can write something now, and I can make money straight away from it. And the amount of money is limitless based on the demographic that I'd be selling to, right? I could sell something for $10. I could sell something for $10,000. I mean, it's anything. I mean, you throw me out there, I'm making money because I have that skill. And we could say, there's another skill. You can speak, you can present, But I mean, really, that's it, And I'm not talking about becoming a copywriter to write copy for other people. I'm just saying have the skill to do it for yourself, because I can write an email now, I can write a video now, I can write a Facebook post now, I can write a sales letter now, I can write a blog post, and everything will have a call to action where I can actually get somebody to read it, emotionally engage, and then push them on to the next point, whether I sell or put them into a sales funnel. So, yeah. That's
great, man. Which part of marketing do you wish that you actually knew some more about?
I guess it's quite funny, you're definitely somebody who's, a part of the trends. You're like our friend like Andrew Fox has just launched Sappable now, right? Today is actually launched day. I think it's fascinating the what he's just created and done there. Like Foxy was a coach to me many years ago. In fact, he taught me how to write email copy, not sales copy, an email copy, like an email, promotion. He taught it to me, and the first time I used it, I made $10,000 in a day from that training. But like, I mean, Foxy today is just literally built, in the last 24 hours, he's generated hundreds of thousands of dollars. That company will go on to be multiple millions. You'll be able to sell it for maybe tens of millions, I don't know. He's gone into the app business. I'm pretty old school. I'm that coach, consultant, Jay Abraham, my coaches are Jay Abraham, Mark Ford, Dan Kennedy, Rich Scheffer, Michael. I mean, if you look at the big information world, then you come into the internet world, I've studied from Rich Scheffer like extensively. Like most of the stuff I've learned is from, direct from Rich. So I'm in that old world still. I'm not, you know what I mean? It's like that coaching world, which I love. I'm very passionate about it. I wish I was also, though, and we are pushing towards it. We're actually creating some now. But I haven't got that mindset for like these tech ideas or these plugins or these softwares. My mind doesn't work that way. So I guess to answer the question, I don't know how to answer the question. I guess I wish I was a part of it, and I know it isn't to do with me. I just need to find the people who are part of it and align myself with them. That's my answer. Align myself with good people.
Okay. I love it, man. I love it. All right, we're about to hop into the Hot 5 round, and before we do, let's thank our sponsors. All right, welcome back to the Hot 5 round. We're looking for some quick answers to these juicy questions. Are you ready, Alex?
I am ready, my man. Let's go.
What is the one thing that you do every day that makes you money?
Again, plan. I walk into the office with a plan, and I'm so serious about that. If I haven't got the plan, my day falls apart. So that's the one thing that I do every day to make money, because I could walk around and do so much stuff and be busy. I'm just speaking to Simon in my office. I told Simon about like the 80-20 rule. I've said, I don't care if you're in the office 16 hours a day, because he loves being here, I've got a great environment. He loves being here. I'm like, dude, like if you focus just on like these few things and like have a good plan, like just go home,
right?
Like go and get a girlfriend, go swimming, go to the gym, like, go date, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I want to be out. Like, I've got a family, so like, I've got a plan. I'm in. I'm out. So yeah, the good plan is key. Like, yeah, it's the number one thing to success. And know your numbers. Like, don't go blowing loads of money on 350% promotions and not have no money to be able to pay people. Right? Know your freaking numbers too.
That would not be good. And when you look around in the marketplace, what do you see as the biggest potential for growth?
When you say look in the marketplace, any marketplace?
Yeah, I mean, it could be a form of communication. It could be a way that we present offers. It could be a technology, or just some kind of a trend that you see that might help people.
Yeah, so something I'm definitely tapping into now myself is, and this can really help a lot of other people. It's like, partners, like good partners. I have a great skill. I have a great set of skills. In fact, I've got several skills that I've crafted, and then there's areas that I haven't got. Like I said, the technology. So we're looking at the marketplace now for real good people who we can partner with that don't have the marketing chops that I have, or that I have access to as well, or don't have the clout that I have access to. So really look for people who have abilities that you don't have and see how you can match with each other.
That's great, man. Is there a software or app that you would recommend to our listeners? Something business related could help you speed up your time, day, organization?
No, I really don't use any. Let me just look here. I mean, no. Nope, nothing. Uber to get me around. Netflix to watch some movies.
Okay, Uber, folks. Uber.
Uber gets me around to meetings.
That's perfectly fine. What is your favorite song lyric?
Every day I'm hustling.
I got to show you that shirt I have, if you've never seen it. This is interesting for you, because you're dealing, with dyslexia. But what is a book that you recommend? I imagine that when you're reading a book, man, I mean, you have to go through a different series of steps to get there and be able to consume that. So when we think about great books, I'm sure you've read a lot. Is there one that really kind of sticks out to you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've got a lot of. I read a lot. But what I have to do is really just take my time, highlight my favorite bits, and once I go back, I read my highlights. So I read a book twice. Once read it, once read my highlights. Second time around. My favorite book is Ready, Fire, Aim by Mark Ford. It's can I just rattle off a few of them? Ready, Fire, Aim, Automatic Wealth, The Pledge, 7 Years to 7 Figures. I mean, if those 4 books back to back in that order are just phenomenal. Yeah,
awesome.
Just phenomenal.
You mentioned this a little bit earlier, but I've got a bonus question for you. If you had to start all over again today and all you had was a laptop, $1,000, but you knew everything that you knew today, I'm going to take away all of your affiliates.
Yeah.
So, but you've got your knowledge. You got the laptop, $1,000. What would you do to start making money in 30 days?
So I would go to Starbucks. I would pull out my $1,000. I would get myself a tall, skinny latte, and I would sit down. I would ponder on which direction I want to go in life and what I really want from life. And I would look at the reason why I want to start my business and what dreams would it help me achieve for myself and people around me. And I really get that in that zone because without that, I'd mostly blow the $1,000 just shopping that day or something. You know what I mean? On some groceries or whatnot. So I would really understand why I'm doing this, and I would get myself fired up. And I'd also most probably, just before we go any further, I would most probably get somebody to fuel me with fire, put a burning desire in me, make somebody say, you couldn't do it. You can't get that business going in the next 7 days or 14 days. Somebody really pee me off, Then I would be angry and I'd be right. And then I would write like a madman. And I wouldn't leave I wouldn't leave Starbucks. I'd go to a 24-hour Starbucks and they'd be like, hey, Stinky, what are you doing still here? I'm like, okay, well, I'm still going. And I would be in, seriously. If you rile me up the wrong way, I'm in. So I would make sure I knew my reason why. Then I would really then I would try and get riled up by somebody else externally. Then I would get just laser focused. What would I do? I would definitely I would assess different marketplaces. Like I said, I would assess what's going on, what's hot, what's not. Trends are quite simple to see. I would really look at the markets, and I would pick which one I would be most passionate about. Doesn't necessarily mean I need to know about it. I don't want to be talking about poodle dogs all freaking day, right? So if I could make millions in the poodle dog industry, I most probably wouldn't go there anyway because I'm sure there's millions somewhere else, right? I have no interest in that type of dog. In fact, I have a pet. No, I'm not saying because there's going to be poodle listeners going to lynch mob me at some seminar sometime somewhere in the world. So the point is, I would assess that, and then I would either create it myself or I'd partner with somebody to create it, or partner with somebody who has that product but they're not marketing it very well. Then I would either change the marketing for somebody or do the marketing myself. Then, like you said, I would either then I have no affiliate, so I would go and find competition. I'd find out who the competition is to this product. And I would contact them because they already have the leaders in the marketplace have the authority, have the following, have the readership, have the database of names and email addresses. And I would contact them and say, hey, do you want to promote this? 100% commission. And I'd start building a database, and I now got a built-in audience I could then build a business from. Now, you didn't ask me how much money I would like to make with that $1,000 because then it all becomes relevant, whether I would start selling workshops, high-end coaching packages, a membership site, and then this all comes from the reason why as well. So that's my short spiel.
I love it, man. I love it. Do you have any parting thoughts for the Peak Marketer family, and how can listeners connect with you?
Sure. So, parting thoughts, keep listening to Bill. He's a great guy. Really intrigues me. I'm very busy today. There's a few things I have to do today, but I put time out of my day to do this because really respect and appreciate this guy. So keep listening. Very interesting person. I'll be following along myself. Parting thoughts, I know we had a short period of time, and I know you had a lot of different questions, so I had to be fast and try and get my edge in there, but try and put my spin on it without, taking too long. My coaching calls go on for like 4 to 6 hours a week, so like I've got a lot to say every day. Parting thoughts, just understand what your dreams are, understand what you're destined for. If you don't have the fuel yourself, try and let me say one other thing. Okay, I always had a mother who believed in me. My mother said, you're going to be amazing, you're going to shine, you're going to be this gift to the world, and I'm this school dropout. On the other hand, I got my dad saying to me, you are absolute waste of space, useless, good for nothing, no good, nobody. Which one of those two really made me successful? My dad. Because I was going to prove it against him. But now who do I support? My mum. Because they're separated, and I pay my mum's mortgage, bills, yada, yada. But they both helped me, but my dad drove me. So you have to understand, is it that you're driven away from or driven towards? And, know your reason why you're doing things, because sometimes, and also just, understand what you're doing, just like learn the craft, learn the skill. Don't try and rush too quickly to get somewhere. Like enjoy, like they say like life's a journey, not a destination. It's the same with building a business. It's like right now, where I am right now, I own a multi-million-dollar a year business, okay? I still really understand that I'm learning. This is the game right now. Like, I have no freaking clue yet. Like, every day we're learning things, we're going around, like, what do we do? Like, there's going to be, 5-10 years' time, we'll be like, God, imagine when we learned all of this, and so I'm still learning, so just take it day by day, enjoy it. And when the stressful times come, write a journal, keep reflecting, keep projecting, and I could keep going on all day about this, but I'm trying to give as much as I can in the shortest pace of time. It's been a pleasure to be here.
Alex, you are awesome, man. You're a machine. I love the way your brain works. I loved those parting thoughts, man. I love them. Tactics are all over the place, folks. Your reasons and your motivations are what is going to get you up in the middle of the night to take action. It's what's going to get you up every day. And I love that. And thank you for sharing that story, Alex.
Yeah.
All right, brother.
My man.
I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Take care. Peace, love. AJ over and out.